Ever wonder what makes a superhero truly unforgettable? I mean, it's not just the cool powers or the awesome costume, right? It's the story behind them. And guess what? That whole story, it starts with a solid plan. So in this explainer, we're going to build that plan together, step by creating what's called a superhero character outline.
Okay, let's get those creative gears turning. Right now, just imagine, if you were a superhero, what power would you have? And just as important, what weakness would make you, human? Go ahead, take a second. Got an idea? Awesome. Hang on to that thought as we go through this.
So here's our game plan for creating an epic hero. It's 5 simple steps. First, we'll look at the blueprint for a hero. Then we'll cover the superhero story essentials. After that, we'll create your superhero roadmap. Then write your hero's outline. And finally, we'll do a final polish and power up. Let's dive in.
All right, first up, section 1, blueprint for a hero. We're going to be understanding the character outline. Think about it like this. An architect would never build a skyscraper without a blueprint, right? Well, a writer needs a character outline before they can build an amazing hero.
So what exactly is a character outline? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like a quick snapshot of your hero. It's just a short, super focused description that answers 3 big questions. Who is your hero? What makes them so special? And who or what is standing in their way? Honestly, getting this part right is the absolute foundation for a killer story.
What's the difference between a story outline and a character outline? Well, the story outline is all about the what, the plot, what happens. The character outline is about the who, the hero's personality, their journey. And by using simple visuals like a timeline versus a shield, it makes this distinction super clear, both visually and intellectually, from the get-go.
Okay, so we know what an outline is. Now let's jump into section 2, superhero story essentials. This is all about the rules of the world your hero's gonna live in. I mean, every great superhero story has some key ingredients that just make it work, Let's break down what those are. So, pretty much all superhero stories have a few things in common. First, you've obviously got a hero with special powers. Then, you need a villain or some big opposing force causing trouble. That leads to the classic conflict, good versus evil. Your hero also needs a mission or a theme, a reason to fight. And of course, you often see an iconic symbol or gadget, like a special shield or a logo. And here's the big one. By the end, the hero has to transform or learn something important. These are basically the building blocks for your story. And now for my favorite part, section 3, create your superhero roadmap. Think of this as your character's own magical map. It's a super cool visual tool that's going to help you get all your awesome ideas organized and build a totally complete character from scratch. First things first, we start right in the middle. See that big bubble? That's where you're going to put your hero's name. Or hey, maybe even a cool symbol that represents them. This is the absolute heart of your story. Okay, from that center bubble, we're going to branch out. Let's add 2 more bubbles. The first one is origin or backstory. This is where you think about where did they come from? How'd they get their powers? Were they born with them? Was it some crazy accident? The next bubble is powers and abilities. What can your hero actually do? Get specific here. The more detail, the better. Next up, 2 more crucial bubbles. Every single great hero needs a weakness or limitation. So what's theirs? Is it something physical, like a rock that drains their power? Or maybe it's something emotional, like a specific fear. Then we need their goal or mission. What are they fighting for? What's the one thing that gets them out of bed in the morning to be a hero? All right, to finish up our roadmap, we need the final pieces. Of course, you need a villain or opponent. Who's going to challenge your hero? What's their name? What's their evil plan? That villain creates the challenges and conflicts. And last but not least, the lesson or message. What's the whole point of the story? What does your hero learn along the way? Okay, your turn. Go ahead and pause right here to fill in your own map. And really, let your imagination run wild. Think about what makes your hero totally unique. What kind of villain would be their ultimate challenge? And what big lesson will your story teach? Go for it. And we're back. I bet your roadmap is filled with some amazing ideas. So now it's time for section 4, write your hero's outline. We're going to turn that awesome map of yours into actual words. So how do we do that? We're going to structure our paragraph in 3 simple parts, kind of like a mini story. Step 1 is the opening sentence, where you introduce your hero and the setting. Step 2 is the middle section. That's where you bring in the powers, the goal, the villain, and the big conflict. And step 3 is the ending sentence, which shows what your hero learns or the big message of the story. Easy, right?
Let's walk through an example together. Here's our opening sentence. In the city of Norhaven, the solar shield symbol protects citizens using sunlight powers. See how much that one sentence does? It gives us the setting, Norhaven, the hero, the solar shield, and the purpose, protecting citizens. Boom, super clear. Okay, now for the middle part. Let's add this. It can shield and heal, but when the dark energy shadow seeks to shroud the city in eternal night, the solar shield faces its greatest challenge. Right there, we've introduced the villain, the dark energy shadow, and their evil goal. That one sentence sets up the entire conflict our hero has to deal with. And to wrap it all up, the ending. Through courage and hope, true light shines brightest in darkness. See, this isn't just an ending. It's the whole theme of the story, the big idea. It tells us what the solar shield is really all about, that hope can beat darkness no matter what. And just like that, you've got a complete draft of your outline. So cool. But wait, we're not quite done yet. It's time for our final section, Section 5, Final Polish and Power Up. This is where we make your outline really shine. Okay, here are a few pro tips to really power up your outline. First, keep it short and sweet. 5 to 7 sentences is perfect. Always try to use the present tense. So instead of it fought, say it fights. It makes it feel more immediate. Use really strong verbs and adjectives, and use connecting words like however or therefore to make it all flow together smoothly. And don't forget to briefly mention the villain's name and what they're after. All right, before you declare victory, let's do a quick self-check. Just read through your paragraph and ask yourself, is my hero symbol clear? Did I mention the powers? Is the villain and the conflict in there? Did I include the lesson? Is it about 5 to 7 sentences long? And did I use strong verbs? Seriously, a quick review like this can make a good outline a great one. Make sure you subscribe to Nestlingua. Keep writing and keep inspiring.